can have a good time together. So as we know, the reason that really pushes us to gather here this morning is very important. I believe is one of the points that Heavenly Parents and True Parents cherish the most in this province. Really giving the blessing to a lot of people, to our young brothers and sisters, to your children, is something that they are looking up to, hoping that all humankind one day can receive that and we can all come one family under God. So without any further ado, I would like to present the schedule of the day that we'll be going through. And I hope that we can really try to see how we can prepare internally for that in order for us to receive all the different elements that Heavenly Parents and True Parents wish us to receive at the state. So I just want to say welcome to the 3 Generations Family Education and Matching Program. And today will be the orientation session to the Blessed Truth family. So the schedule is presented this way. So of course, right away after the program introduction, we'll be going through greetings to Heavenly Parents and True Parents. And after what we have Family Pledge number 1 and 8. Then after Family Pledge, we'll have the opening prayer. And for that, we would like to invite on this platform Reverend Moruti Ledwai through our beloved True Mother's words. And this will be read by Special Envoy, Trinidad Special Envoy Godson Uguri. Then we'll have the opening remarks, and this will be given by our regional president, Reverend Jean-Pierre Kadima, to what we'll have the greetings and encouragement from our Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, Reverend Bakari Kamara. Then after what we have the background explanation, and this will be given by our regional vice president, Mrs. Mika Malama. Then we'll have the appointment introduction, and then we'd like to invite on this platform for that our Regional BFD Director, Reverend Richard Bergray. Then we'll have the program orientation, basically having us understanding what is this program, how things will be happening. And this will be done by Mr. Jinsong Wantete, right, the Regional BFD Youth Couple Coordinator. Then, of course, after that, because we wish everyone to understand better, right, in case we have some things that we'd like to understand and maybe we couldn't see very well what it was all about, then have a Q&A session, which is very important, I believe. And then we have the next step and announcements. And this will be led by our original Vice President, Mrs. Mika Malama. Then, in order to close our session after that, we'll have the closing remarks given by, the closing greetings given by the Cheon Eui Won Co-chair. Then after what, the closing remark by our original president. Then the closing prayer given by Reverend Emmanuel Tanui, the Regional Director of Sub-Region East. Then we will have our closing greetings to Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Dear beloved brothers and sisters, parents, right, dear Heavenly Parents Holy Community, now we'll be starting all together. And for that, I'd like to invite everyone, if you're in the setting of the church, to rise up, right? If you're still seated in front of your screen as me, you can still be seated, but with the correct heart and position in order for us to give our greetings to Heavenly Parents and True Parents. 전지인 참부모님께 경배. 바로. So now we'll be having our family pledge. Family pledge 1. Our family, the owner of Cheon Eui Won, pledges to seek our original homeland and build the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven, the original ideal of creation by centering on true love. 8. Our family, the owner of Cheon Eui Won, pledges, having entered the era of Cheon Eui Won, to achieve the ideal of God and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven by centering on true love. So right away at this moment, we would like to invite on this platform Reverend Moruti Ledwaba, Sub-Region Director of Sub-Region South, in order to offer the opening report to heaven.
Good morning, Program Director. We are not allowed, the host is not allowing us to unmute ourselves, so can the technical team take care of that? That's why I was hesitant. Thank you. Good morning, our Cheon Eui Won Co-chair. Good morning, our Regional President, Regional Vice President, and good morning, blessed families and our brothers and sisters, our children included. Please let us report to heaven. Good morning, our Heavenly Parent, precious, beloved, true parents of heaven, earth, and all humankind. Heavenly Parent, we present ourselves in your presence this morning, the 1st of February, 2023. A few days ago, Heavenly Parents, we celebrated True Parents' birthday, True Mother's 80th birthday. And Heavenly Parents, once again, we want to really express our profound gratitude that we are living during this very special time in the history of mankind. We are living, Heavenly Parents, simultaneously with your son and daughter, with true parents. And Heavenly Parents, they've brought this understanding to us that you are not just a distant creator, but you are indeed a parent. We pray, therefore, that every living day of our lives, we can invest ourselves, Heavenly Parents, in appreciation and Heavenly Parents in display that we want to be filial children in front of heaven. We pray, therefore, that as we meet this morning, especially Heavenly Parents, with this very critical and deep desire to inherit your lineage to our children, to inherit your lineage, Heavenly Parents, which we received from you, which we received from true parents, that, Heavenly Parents, the success of our mission is measured with how much we can be able to transmit this lineage, Heavenly Parents, to your sons and daughters, to our own children. Heavenly Parents, if we fail in this very critical mission, in this very critical responsibility, all what we have worked for, Heavenly Parents, the sacrifice not only of ourselves, but the sacrifice of our ancestors, Heavenly Parents, we have to start once again from the wilderness. We pray, Heavenly Parents, with desperation. And Heavenly Parents, we know that this is even more importantly, your desire. Heavenly Parents, your very deep wish that we can succeed in this area of our responsibility. We therefore, Heavenly Parents, implore that you guide us in this journey, that, Heavenly Parents, we strive to do our very best. We pray for our children who are bombarded, Heavenly Parents, with the rights and, Heavenly Parents, the values of this world, which, Heavenly Parents, are just smokes and mirrors in the end. And we pray for your guidance as we receive, Heavenly Parents, the tools so that we can reach out to the very essence of our own children. Thank you, Heavenly Parents, for this gathering. Thank you for this initiative to really be able, Heavenly Parents, to encourage and conscientize our blessed families and our children, Heavenly Parents, to seriously take heed of this blessing which you want to give to us. Heavenly Parents, thank you once again. We offer our profound and deep gratitude, and we ask for your guidance from the beginning to the end, that as we receive this guidance, we can internalize it. As we receive this guidance, Heavenly Parents, we can put it into practice. We're very grateful for blessed families across the length and breadth of this continent of Africa, that we are here together, Heavenly Parents, because our desire and aspirations are the same. And we pray that we can hold each other's hand, that we can guide each other, centering upon you, centering upon our Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, our regional president, our regional vice president, and all blessed families across this continent. We all want to be united. We all want to be one in heart and in action, in really making this a success. Please guide us and receive our hearts as we offer them to you, representing brothers and sisters here in our names, Florian Mruto of the Lidwaba family, a blessed central family. Adieu.
Thank you very much to Reverend Ledwaba for this opening prayer to heaven. This allows us really to usher in our program today. And of course, the first thing that we'll be doing at this moment is be able to meet the word, meet Heavenly Parents and True Parents, meaning that we'll be reading True Parents' word as the Hundok. So I will be sharing the screen in order for us really to read. And for that, of course, we'd like to invite, as already mentioned in advance, our dear Special Envoy Cheon Eui Won for the reading.
Good morning to our Cheon Eui Won Co-chair. Good morning to our dear regional presidents and regional vice presidents. Good morning also to sub-regional directors, national leaders, heads of providential organizations, dear blessed central families, ladies and gentlemen. I will be taking the Hundoke reading this morning, and it goes thus. True Parents' Words, True Mothers Anthology, Book 2, Part 2, Chapter 10, God's Model Ideal Family and Nation and the Peace Kingdom. The value of a family of 3 generations living in harmony. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason we miss the family we have left behind is because at home there is love for one another. It is where the love of mother and father, the love of elders, brothers and sisters and younger siblings, and the love of one spouse and children and close neighbors are all deeply embedded. It is a place of mutual affection where relationships and affinities are brought together through mutual love. This makes you cherish each and every member of your family. It is the yearning and desire of any wanderer who has left his family behind to return to his family once again boldly as a liberated being and to embrace mountains, streams, and trees, love his relatives and countrymen, and sing songs of ecstasy. However, the situation of humankind descended from the fall has been different. Banished from their original heavenly hometown and destined to wander around in isolation and defeat, human beings are unable to ever go back, no matter how much they miss their family, for they have lost the roots of the heart of their original homeland. However, with the ushering in of the era of a new heaven and a new earth, human beings have been pulled out of the swamp that was sucking them down, and the way has been opened for them to return to their hometowns that they could not forget even for a moment, and meet with their true family. Could there ever be a day of greater blessing for humanity? The time of heavenly power and fortune has now come, making it possible for us to re-establish the original family that was lost through the fall of Adam and Eve. When seeking the lost original family, you should set out from the position of the perfected Adam, the position of the perfected Jesus, and the position representing the perfected second coming of the Lord. God will dwell in such a family. That family would be one of 3 generations: grandparents, parents, and children living in harmony. Parents and children live in service and attendance to their grandparents as the historical roots of the ancestors. The family sets the pattern for living together in harmony. The family wherein parents and children love and respect each other, husband and wife are grounded in mutual trust and love, and brothers and sisters trust and rely on each other, and all live together as one, is the model ideal family. This means that you need to establish a true family wherein the stem of true love emerges from the roots of true love and bears the fruits of true love. In such a family, the roots of history is alive, and the roots of the kingdom of heaven extends into it. It is in such a family that the kingdom of heaven on earth take root. It is also where the everlasting root of kingship is firmly planted. The roots of the past, present, and future are represented by the grandparents, parents, and grandchildren, respectively. The roots of the past represents the spirit world. The roots of the present is the palace representing the world today. And the roots of the future establishes the grandsons and granddaughters as princes and princesses. Through such a family, we erect a palace of peace, representing the harmony of the two worlds, the spirit world and the physical world. In this manner, the three generations of grandparents, parents, and grandchildren should live together as one family, serving the eternally existent God. You should know that to seek and establish such a family of Cheon, God's kingdom, is the responsibility of tribal messiahs, the mission of the ambassadors for peace, and the desire of God. You should form families that God will miss and yearn to return to after he has been away. You should raise families to which God can come freely as a parent visiting his children. This is what it means to live in service to God. To such a family, God becomes the subject of our conscience, acting vertically. Following that vertical subject, your mind stands in the position of the vertical subject of yourself and brings your mind and body into unity. That is where parental love, conjugal love, children's love, and siblings' love, in short, the four realms of love or the four realms of heart, are perfected. Only in such a family can the upper and lower, front and rear, left and right be connected as with continuing circular motion. This leads to God's everlasting model, ideal families and nations, and his peace kingdom. Adieu.
Adieu. Thank you very much to our dear Special Envoy, Cheon Eui Won for this. Let's really give a round of applause in terms of expressing our gratitude to Heavenly Parents and True Parents for those words we just received. Thank you. So now that we read the words and we met Heavenly Parents and True Parents through them, feeling their heart and understanding basically the vision and the perspective regarding the family, three generations living together. Now we would like to invite on this platform in order to open the different sessions, and for that we would like to call upon our Cheon Eui Won, our regional president for the opening remarks, and I would like to ask everyone to join their hands in order for us to inviting on this platform with really a warm round of applause.
Merci, MC, pour m'avoir donné la parole. Disons bonjour à notre respecté Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, bonjour à la vice-présidente, à tous les directeurs sous-régionaux, les leaders nationaux, toutes les familles bénies centrales, tous les enfants, et souhaitons une agréable journée, surtout bienvenue à cette rencontre. Cette rencontre, nous ne cesserons de le dire, a une importance capitale et va rester signée avec les lettres en or dans l'histoire de la providence de Chine-Afrique. Le Messie est venu sur la terre pour sauver l'humanité du péché. Et le péché, comme vous le savez, est entré dans le monde à travers un homme et une femme. Et pour résoudre ce problème du péché, c'est à travers l'homme et la femme. Les vrais parents ont pu suivre un chemin rocailleux, plein d'embûches, des souffrances, ils ont frôlé la mort dans le but de pouvoir chercher comment redonner la joie aux parents célestes, au reste de l'humanité. Et la joie ne retrouvait que quand le partenaire objet accomplit le désir du partenaire sujet. C'est quand le fondement des 4 positions, selon le principe, est établi que la joie accomplie à son comble. Et la meilleure manière ou façon de réaliser cela, c'est quand l'homme et la femme deviennent ensemble, chacun accomplissant sa responsabilité, centré sur Dieu, et donne naissance à une progéniture qui est exempte de toute impureté, de tout péché. Et c'est cette procédure à laquelle nous avons pris part pour qu'aujourd'hui, nous puissions être appelés, considérés comme des couples bénis faisant partie de la famille de la Sainte Communauté du Parent Céleste, et responsabilité nous a été confiée par le Messie, notre vrai Père, et par la vraie Mère de l'humanité, qui vit encore avec nous aujourd'hui, de transmettre cette bénédiction de génération en génération, de la donner non seulement à quiconque, mais aussi et surtout à nos enfants. Et notre vraie Mère, dès lors qu'elle a pris la mission, sa préoccupation, c'est comment donner la joie aux parents célestes. C'est comment résoudre ce problème en continuant sur cette terre, alors en communion spirituelle avec le vrai Père pour atteindre ce but. C'est pourquoi, à chaque instant, à chaque moment, elle ne cesse de nous remémorer l'histoire de la providence, de nous montrer la souffrance du parent céleste et son désir, les désirs des vrais parents, de pouvoir résoudre ce problème. Alors, les vrais parents ne peuvent pas travailler seuls. C'est avec nous. Et c'est à travers notre engagement, notre détermination, que nous pouvons donner de la joie aux parents célestes, donner de la joie au Messie à travers sa fille unique. Donc, c'est un moment important de notre vie pour faire l'offrande pure, l'offrande de tout ce que nous avons enduré comme sacrifice. Et cela, ça doit être une preuve de suffisance que nous sommes un avec les vrais parents, que nous sommes un avec notre vraie mère. Donc, la section qui s'ouvre ce matin, en ce premier jour du 10e mois de cette année, qui est une année de la paix noire, nous avons intérêt, chacun ce qui le concerne, à nous unir comme une seule famille pour créer cette harmonie que la vraie mère et les vrais parents viennent de nous montrer dans ce message, dans cette lecture de Hundoke, que 3 générations doivent vivre ensemble, 3 générations doivent planifier ensemble et essayer de faire une offrande ensemble. Cette offrande va être consistante et cette offrande va avoir de la valeur. C'est comme ça que nous devons travailler pour transmettre de génération en génération cette culture et amener les résultats. Parce que la vraie mère attend les résultats, les vrais résultats. Le souci de tout le monde, c'est que nos enfants reçoivent la bénédiction. Tous ensemble, unis comme un seul homme, sous la guidance du parent céleste et de la vraie mère de l'humanité, mettons nos cœurs, notre engagement, notre détermination pour la victoire de la bénédiction de nos enfants. J'ai dit, je vous remercie.
Thank you very much to our regional president, really representing the parents' figure here in this structure of 3 generations. We are really grateful for all what we have been saying. We feel that we understand deeply better the heart of our beloved heavenly parents and true parents, especially the one of our true mother leading this providence currently. But I would like to invite everyone once again really to give a round of applause to our regional president for those words opening this session. Thank you very much. Now that we had the parent figure expressing and we also giving us some words of wisdom, it's time for us really to invite, right, the grandparent figure here, which is the Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, Reverend Bakary Kamara, in order for us really to receive his greetings and also words of encouragement. And for that, I would like to invite everyone on this platform really to join their hands in order to welcome him with a warm heart, with a round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. Particularly welcome and our regional president. I think your words already set the tone. And this is an amazing opportunity for our whole entire family to receive grace from heaven at the beginning of this new year. Welcome all of you great leaders, vice presidents, sub-regional directors. We are all making this cooking. Everybody is bringing their own spices to make sure we have an extraordinary nice meal. National leaders, BFD directors, and all the parents and the children. To be honest, when anytime I'm invited in this program, I'm so excited because it creates an environment, a true environment we all expected to live in and to die in, the family. You know, even when we were reading our pledge, it starts by our family, owner of Cheon Eui Won Co-chair. It's extraordinary. So that shows that everything starts with the family and everything develops in the family. And everything gets shape and absolutely established system as a tradition forever in the family. So in that sense, we are coming together. Anyway, True Mother, the first thing we had to do is, honestly speaking, to express our gratitude to True Mother, True Parent, for such a kind of tradition. And also the leadership, actual leadership, centering on President Kadima, to initiate such a program, families coming together, inherit tradition, live in the tradition, and give that tradition to the next generation. I don't think there is another great mission than that. So, and it is a hope for Heavenly Parent, for sure. The hope and the wishes for our true parents, and I'm sure for all blessed families, all parents. And all children obviously want to receive the heritage from the parent. Either we understand or not, we want to receive the heritage from our parent. We receive the names, family names, and where we come from, citizenship, nationalities, and all this. But more than that, we want to receive, the most importantly, the heart, which we can be always proud of, you know, to say, I belong to this family. I have this family name. I have this tradition, even these languages. So if we reflect on that, we are truly, truly blessed, because the family structure or the family we are trying to build is not man-made families. It's a family initiated by the Creator himself, the eternal God, Heavenly Parent. So to connect with that essence of the family, original family, is extraordinary. That means we are on the right track. We have nothing to worry about. We are on a very secure, eternal foundation. So thank you, really, leadership, for this gathering, and it gives the opportunity to each and every one of us to remind ourselves to value what we received, to value who we are, and to value the tradition we are trying to build and live in, and to value the next generation. And it really, really gives a sense of in our life. I can feel it strongly. To see this new generation going, step by step to emphasize and to substantialize our ideals. Nothing better than that. That's the greatest gift. Of course, I am not that ideal grandparent. I'm maybe the funny one and not quite intelligent. But I do know, I truly, truly do know the joy and the happiness and the security of us is the next generation. That is how it is. So the great hope God and true parent God is how we can make that to perpetuate that this culture, tradition, which the essence there, which is the lineage and love, through love. So based on that, we are coming together. And to be honest, I should start to repent, because this so valuable element, which is the blessing, the essence of the blessing, which we received. Of course, there was many elder blessed families before us. And but Africa, the majority of our elder blessed families are 6,000 couples after the missionaries. So we received the blessing. I had to say, representing them today, to sincerely repent, because I don't think I value it so much in that time. What I understand today, if I understood that before, I think my way of dealing things, even living with you as a children and grandchildren, will be slightly different. We receive, I should say, I received the blessing in the circumstances of grace from Heavenly Parent, true parent, but not without a clear understanding what it is, how it's functioned, and what is the true value of it, the eternal value of it. I should confess that it was most of the time centered on myself, how my relationship with my spouse, how I can establish my little family and eventually try to raise the children, beginning they are my children, without realizing is heaven given children, and in an environment which is not necessarily appropriate, not necessarily physical environment. I'm talking about spiritual in our relationship, brothers and sisters, and husband and wife, even our relatives, and stories we are valuing, food we are, in our relationship, what we are doing together. So all those constitute some kind of the expression of the blessing I receive But the question is that the true expression of the blessing I received from Heavenly Parent, true parent? Definitely, I realized there was a lot of mistake along the way. So that's why, obviously, I really wanted to make sure all elders here and leaders, many of your challenges are not necessary from you. I should take more responsibility because as an elder, we have to make sure we present the true value of what we have so it can be desired by the next generation, by other siblings. As the elders, I feel I need to take more and more responsibility in that sense. So that's why I believe that the regional president initiating this foundation, it gave me opportunity to open up in that sense, to say really sorry for if he didn't see a clarity in the Heavenly Parent and True Parent tradition, and when he came and see us living together, the way we handle it, our vision, our interpretation, if it wasn't very correct, definitely I feel it was some kind of misleading, which I would like to take truly more responsibility in that sense. At the same time, to honor our beloved true parents, because they never change. They have been always from the beginning until now, same thing. And I know that. So they never change. Those who change, I can say I am the one probably who changed, who didn't understand perfectly what is going on. So, but they persevere. True parent persevere, true father now in the spiritual world, and true mother on earth. They persevere to make possible impossible things. And now we can see we are hundreds, thousands, millions receiving this blessing. They went through so much, which President Kadima was talking about, this sacrificing everything, blood and shed blood, tears, whatever. And historically also, very complicated, but never give up, and continue to make sure we can see the end of the tunnel. We can see the light, and we can not only see, enjoy it, and live our life accordingly. It's extraordinary. So that's why I really wanted, so we can understand this blessing is a grace, is a love. If we didn't understand, is no obligation or no direction to make anyone suffer. At the contrary, is to make our life true life, happy life, secure life. So then also it make ourselves and our spouse and our children become one. Without the essence of the blessing, family cannot glue together. The essence of blessing, a true love is there, plus much, much, much more. So that's a glue. So marriage are not standing because that element is not there. If you want to build the house with the bricks and all this, you need the cement. You see, without that, everything fall apart step by step. It depends on the quality of the cement to bring things together. So that's why it's so essential that we are in the position to really establish an eternal families in the physical world and in the spiritual world. The only thing who can do that is through the blessing. Without the blessing and true love, well, everything can fall apart. That's why today is so complicated. There is so many intelligent people in today's world, which sometimes we have to be proud of. They made a lot of things, creation, science developed, technology, everything developed. I mean, but we are not together. Starting by husband and wife, parent and children, siblings, we are not together. That's why we can create again with such a same energy and intelligence and skills. We can create bombs, guns, who can destroy, who can destroy everything. Sometimes even just by simple picture, I can see the guns made for killing brothers and
It seems like
definitely we are upside down. But some on areas, nothing to eat, no shelter. It's extraordinary. If you go around in any country or any cities, of course, the cities I visited, sometimes you are traveling, you can see on the red light, traffic light, still people are begging in very developed countries where everything flows. Billionaires, millionaires, they are there. And tons and tons of food are thrown away. I don't want to go too far, but it's so clear that we are lost. It's so clear, they are absolutely lost. So to initiate such a kind of gathering, coming together, something on a Heavenly Parent, the true creator, to realize true family is an extraordinary great chance. So I wanted to really encourage each and every one of you here, centering on the leadership. Of course, you have a lot in your hand because you have children with you. We, as a grandparent in that position, even though not perfect grandparent, we will support, absolutely support. And what we went through, if it's a mistake, we will do everything possible to avoid those mistakes. What we discover as a good experience, we would like to share with you and to make sure we go in the right direction forever. And I wanted to encourage all the kids also, particularly those who are at the age of to receive the blessing. It's not just marriage. I know you heard that a lot already. Marriage is a part of it, but the essence is not that. Blessing is for yourself to exist first, to establish as a true human being and engage relationship to become the child of God. We had to sit down and say, I am a child of God. The greatest title nobody can compete with. And then we are a citizen of eternal Chandlika. And then we can enjoy this beautiful creation. If we want to go without that, then it's just a dream. It will not be achieved because we can't go without creator. And going without creator, we make ourselves an opponent to the creator without even realizing it. And we wonder why we become crazy by not crazy to lose, I forgot your own name, but crazy to do things which are not helping us. We are fighting against myself, that kind of circumstances. So then, but when you go with the creator, it's a harmony, it's a harmony because he's the creator, he's the beginner, he's planner, he did this, he started, he has a vision. So we go with full, total confidence and we are secure. Trust me, the little one I know in that it makes me secure. I don't know much, but definitely going with the creator, going with Heavenly Parent, express in true parents, it gives me a security, absolutely clear security. So that's why I say to many of people I'm talking to generally, I'm not trying to witness anybody. I'm just trying to share life with you. To witness for what? This is, doctor don't need to witness to the sick person. It just gives life. So if you give life, obviously, the one who received life will be grateful. So that is, so thank you for this great opportunity. It's more than just gathering. It's more than just preparation for this blessing ceremony coming, which is absolutely very important because we have to set the tone. But this tradition may go over. So please, parent, don't be discouraged. We went through a lot. Children, don't be discouraged. Let us come and discover together with sincerity. Then if any issue, any question, any challenges, share with the leadership. We have the structure very clear. The regional president is there with all his staff and team, and the sub-regional director, national leaders. They are qualified enough to really advise appropriately. So let us give confidence that we can build this beautiful, eternal, heavenly community at the true sense. So thank you for this morning, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Cheon Eui Won Co-chair. We are really grateful, really, for this grace given by our beloved true mother. Having the three generations together definitively allows us really to have every time the right perspective, really wisdom is flowing, and we received a lot already by original president, really representing the parents, and then also we just received from our grandparent, the Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, and I believe that all what has been said really touches our heart, and we are ready now really to open ourselves for this program and be able to usher, really to make a good offering to heavenly parents and true parents. I would like to invite once again everyone really to give a round of applause to our Cheon Eui Won Co-chair for the words of wisdom that we received just now. Thank you. Thank you very much. So after receiving words from the parent figure and also from the grandparent figure, it's now the time for us to receive, right, the words also from the child perspective, right? And this is none other than our original vice president. She will be coming on this platform to explain to us basically the background to this program, because I believe it's important for us to understand why this came to be. And therefore, we'd like to invite her on this platform. And for that, I'd like to ask everyone to join me for us to give a round of applause in order to invite the original vice president on this platform. Let's give a round of applause.
Thank you, and good morning to our Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, our Papa Kumar. Good morning to our regional president, our Papa Kadima. Good morning to all of our sub-regional directors, national leaders, and our blessed families, and our youth who are present. I'm really grateful for you all being here together as one family, as we attend our Hundoke together, as well as listen to what we would also like to share with you. So I will share my screen in order to present what I would like to present. I believe our regional president and also our Cheon Eui Won, Papa Kamara, were able to present clearly, really the importance of the family structure, the three-generational family structure. And, we heard also from our Hundoke reading, and really this program or this program that we are putting in place comes with the kind of realization, again, about how important it is to work together as a family, to solve challenges, to find solutions, and to really be in harmony and create happiness. This structure is something that our true parents put in place, that as our Cheon Eui Won mentioned, our heavenly parent created. It's actually the foundation of any structure that we have. We can't look anywhere else, because the model or the root of any structure actually stems from the family. I was sharing, through even understanding the Hundoke yesterday, that God didn't create a company, God didn't create an organization, but He created a family, and it's from that the companies, organizations came about. So to form really strong, to find success actually in the world, I really think it goes back to realizing and going back to the family. So this is what we are doing, and this is a little bit what the background why we're sharing about this is because it came from this realization, again, reminder again, that to solve any issues, we have to go to the family. So I would like to share, we'll be presenting to you today an orientation on what we call the 3-generation education and matching program. And we'll be sharing exactly what that looks like. But the background to that is actually when we had a meeting, youth leadership workshop, a special youth leadership workshop here in Zambia for the youth leaders, sub-regional youth leaders and regional youth leaders, the Hyojongrang Youth Leadership Workshop. We had one session in that, not just one session, a few sessions where we really wanted to go into detail onto what is the challenges that we are facing as the youth, and in order to make sure we can really overcome them so that we can bring more success for our true parents and bring victory for our families. And one of them was really, one main theme came up, which was the matching and the blessing. And really the concern as siblings regarding the matching and blessing situations from all of the leaders, youth leaders, I really felt that we understood, some challenges that were faced and wanted to find a solution to that. I won't go into all details about them, but I think we all know, I feel we've shared a lot many times, and we in ourselves as youth or parents may know our own challenges we're facing in regards to the match, or in regards to the process of receiving the matching and blessing. We also recognize that there was a challenge in also the education, perhaps the harmonization of education, or maybe even the way education was received or presented. And this I felt also we needed to look into, especially also as BFD directors, matching supporters. We had to find a way. We recognized that there were also some situations where, youth were not maybe going to BFD or not going to matching supporters or vice versa. So again, realizing that, in many cases, one person can't touch everyone. Relationships are not just because of a position. Relationships are really because of the heart and connection as a family. And sometimes, not one person, if I think about a family even, sometimes the parent sometimes can't go straight to the children in the sense of the children understanding what the parent wants, but the sibling, if the sibling understands what the parent wants and then shares that to the child, to the sister or brother, sometimes that can also go through and they can understand a bit more deeply the parent's heart. So again, realizing that the structure involves more than just one person to solve and to support the youth realizing the blessing. We also recognize that parents matching, or as true parents gave us this responsibility, the parents to be able to give the matching. Reality is we have to be as true parents, we have to be the model. And of course, we are still all growing in that. We all receive the blessing really conditionally, not necessarily in perfection yet, but we are growing. And there is challenges still to supporting the parents matching, maybe not knowing how to engage, maybe challenges. And now things are on the internet. There are many things that can block also parents, and also maybe even understanding the true responsibility as the parent in the matching process. And then, of course, there's a challenge maybe in the structure of the Cheon Eui Won matching, not so much in the structure, but more so in maybe our taking ownership of it. If we just are given the match, maybe without taking responsibility, if we don't really make that commitment and understand fully, then it's easy for things to not work, and we don't take responsibility either from the children or the parents. So again, how to make sure really we come to engage in the process and really be responsible for the decision that we make, both the parents and the children. So that's why with this kind of realization of many challenges, this revelation, I feel it is a revelation, because it was from a lot of sharing and then realization that, how can we bring everyone together? And that's where really the 3-generational family is really something we recognized. And True Mother already put that in place right in front of us. The leadership structure, she put it actually in the form of the 3-generation family. It's easy to put ourselves in positions, but actually, we are actually family, and this is how we should operate and return back to solving problems centering on that structure. So that's where the 3-generational family assisted matching is here to overcome the challenges of the matching systems and bring the support to parents and children during the matching process. So it's really a way to bring in the two, to support parents, to support children, and to bring also the harmonization of education, even for all of our BFD and matching supporters, so that we are moving as one and not separately. So this is a little bit the background. Going into True Mother's words, just to reinforce again how important this structure is, True Mother mentions, in alignment with the principles through which God created, the family consists of 3 levels of upper, middle, and lower: the grandparents, parents, and children. All 3 levels are necessary to create harmony in the family. So this structure she put in place even in the leadership. So actually, when we had this revelation, when we had this sharing in terms of how we can do this as the youth, I brought it up to our grandparent and also to our parent and shared with them the idea. So actually, luckily, we were in Mozambique together for the inauguration of the HJ Peace Center and the ILC. And that was actually our first meeting we had together face to face and I feel very proud of that. And so this is our, the Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, regional president, and myself. And we were able to discuss this idea and initiative from the youth, and they really also were on board with, okay, yes, let's find a way to make it work. And we've been discussing actually since then every day, mainly a lot, even early mornings, and together also with our sub-regional directors, regional directors, in order to really understand and deepen the program and make sure we can move forward together as one. Following on again with True Mother's words, True Mother mentions, only when all angles in the relationships within the family, from the east, west, south, north, upper, lower, left, right, front, and back, are positioned for joy and harmony, can you succeed in all the endeavors you pursue in the community. How can you expect to find joy and reasonable success in your work or at school if your family, which is the root and starting point of everything, is suffering from discord and conflict? So these words, I feel, also reinforce how much we can't look for success elsewhere until we really look for success within our family. And what does that mean? It comes also with realizing our responsibility in the family and how we are meant to be, really connecting in relationships. So, again, from yesterday's Hundoke here, one of the things that was reinforced was you cannot get perfection without your spouse. And truly, to be honest, that is so true from my own experience. I'm realizing that you're growing with your spouse. So you think maybe I can get perfection, I can get success through myself before even I go to the blessing. But you come to recognize that that won't happen, because actually your greatest success comes first from realizing, and being with your spouse, and then growing together to achieve success in the other levels in the world. So I don't know, until I experienced it myself, I realized it. But I am sharing to you as an elder sister to many of my younger siblings here, that this is really something we need to look into. If we want success, let's look into first realizing success in the family, because that's the only way we can create success in the world, because it starts from the family. The structure came from the family. Companies, work, all of this is not something God created, but it's starting from the structure of what God created, which is the family. If that is disharmonized, we can't actually succeed. So the purpose of this program, of the 3-generational education and matching program, is four areas. One is to bring the matching and blessing matter as a concern for the whole family. So bringing all 3 generations. That doesn't mean just on the regional level, on all levels actually. And support network to be centered on the family structure, not just one department. Many times I think we think, okay, BFD, Blessed Family Department, they're in charge of mobilizing for the blessing. I mean, I know we are all supporting here and there, maybe education department as well, but I feel we do put ourselves in these compartments sometimes and say that's my responsibility or that's not my responsibility. But reality is the blessing is a family matter, which means it's all our responsibilities. No one is limited. No, the parent, the brother, the sister, the grandparent, everyone should be realizing it's their responsibility to support, our children, our sibling, to receive the blessing. The second thing is also to provide support and guidance to parents regarding the matching of their children. You know, this is the purpose really, to support the parents. The parents actually, the position of parents is to support and match their children. So it's to support the parents in doing so. It's also to bring all the potential candidates who are ready to receive the blessing to come together and receive the standard content of education and prepare internally and externally. It's for those all in the blessing age. Even if you feel you're not ready to receive the blessing, it's if you're in the blessing age, I believe you can come to this education program, at least the first phase, which is for everyone, all the youth in regards to the blessing. At this point, we're targeting our second generation and Jacob children, but we're hoping this can be leading on even to all of our youth in the future. And then 4, to create the attraction to be part of this Cosmic Blessing 2023, marking our True Mother's 80th birthday and the entrance of the Cheon Eui Won Co-chair. We can't neglect that this year is going to be a very significant year for the blessing, because it's in the Heavenly Temple, the first and the inauguration of the first Heavenly Temple, the Cheon Eui Won Co-chair of Heavenly Parent. So we do also want to recognize that this is not a simple year, and we do want to make sure everyone who is in the position to receive the blessing, really they can also take note and see the value of doing so even in this specific year. So to form the structure, to form the program, we have the Africa Headquarter Level Committee, which is centering on the executives with the Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, regional president, and the regional vice president. We also have our regional secretary general continuing in his role to support the communications and the reporting. We have the sub-regional directors and also sub-regional office, as well as the National Blessing Committee to support the Blessed Family Mobilization. We have the matching supporters and BFD also with Reverend Bergray and also Kenta assisting. We want to really support and support the coordination of them in regards to this program and beyond as we move for the blessing. And also in terms of program and education structure, we have also Kenta and newly appointed youth BFD leader Jinsong Wantete, who will be supporting the education structure, and the content and everything will still be finalized by the executives and the leadership. And then we'll have registration and documents supported by our brother Soshelaba. We'll have promotion and communication supported by brother Godson and Jintao, and also translation, interpreting and reporting by our very own Mrs. Baba-san, and also technical needs also will be supported by our brother Philip. And then when it comes to roles and responsibilities of the national committee, so what we felt is, as much as we can form this structure on the regional level, if it doesn't get formed on the national level, things won't actually get done, because the national level is actually where really the family and the community is being formed. If that doesn't happen, then it won't work. So the desire of our Cheon Eui Won and regional president was that was the first thing they said to me. We have to make sure it really is, there's a follow-up support on the national level. There's not enough to just have a Zoom meeting. We have to keep that ongoing relationship on the field, not just in the Zoom, right? So that's why the importance of this is really something I want to emphasize. And so in the same structure of the 3 generations, this is also on the national level, centering on the national leader. The national leader stands as the central figure, as the spiritual advisor, and his role actually is to truly unite the team of BFD and to unite the family together to be able to achieve the outcomes or necessary responsibilities of the family. So they stand really in the parent, or even a way in this position as a grandparent, to really guide and support. Then we have BFD who are here to really create and be representing the parent figure, I feel. They're educators and provide guidance, also coordinating the matching supporters and matching process, and also doing all the matching needs, such as the confession. BFD, of course, represent the parent position, and in a way we can also have the witnessing and education director also, who is in this area supporting in the education position. And then in the youth or the child or the sibling level, we have YSD, Youth and Student Department Leader, and we want to encourage a young couple to stand also in this position to really support this committee and complete this committee. Actually, why we're saying young couple, because young couple, actually, we are also, as siblings who've already received the blessing, should be the best promoters of the blessing. If we saw the value of the blessing for us, we should be able to share that naturally with our brothers and sisters. And the way for them to receive it could be even in a much easier way than what our parents, are able to do. So all together, we're all needed to be able to really support the matching and blessing. So the siblings are representing the sibling position. They are to assist and mobilize fellow siblings, provide support and youth education and coordination, and also collate the reports in supporting administration. So this team, actually, we put here as National Leader BFD YC because they have a specific structure, but we want to emphasize that if, within the national leader, within the position as in the grandparent position, we also have elders, who can be representing also and supporting the national leader. We also have parent representatives who can support BFD. We also have youth representatives who can support YSD, meaning the community. The committee can be formed also with other members, but centering on really our national leader who stands in the position of the spiritual leader and advisor. So again, emphasizing of True Mother's words regarding how important it is that we come together is she mentions normally 3 points are needed in order to create harmony. 2 points would only constitute a line. You cannot discuss harmony based on just a straight line. Harmony can be created only when 3 or more points are connected together. So, let's really realize that one level is not going to bring success, but success will come from truly the relationship and true unity and harmony of 3 levels, 3 departments, 3 members of the family coming together and really supporting. And so to just share also on the role and responsibility of the sub-region, the sub-regional director actually is standing as the supervisor to the blessing committee of each of the nations, and they will be the central point to receive and provide reports to Africa Headquarter Committee. We also realize that not every nation is going to be perfect in bringing about this committee in terms of all the structure being in place, because every nation has different challenges or different realizations. Maybe there's not as many second gen in some nations and things like that. But we want at least the sub-region to choose pilot nations and really create a model from that and place even more emphasis on those committees, because it's through the success of those models that we can expand even to the rest of the sub-region and the region. And also we want to make sure that the sub-regions are well supported from the regional level, with also assigning a youth envoy or youth leader to be assigned to support the sub-region in making the reports, collating reports from committees, and also any information that is needed. So finally, I want to finish with our True Mother's words, again, reinforcing how important the 3-generation structure is. And she mentions, ladies and gentlemen, the shortcut to fulfilling God's will lies in building harmony in the family. Children who grow up and are properly educated in a wholesome family will become the elite forces who can fulfill heaven's will. When 3 generations, the grandparents, parents, and children join in true love and harmonize into oneness, a garden of true harmony finally can be established in that family. So truly, my family members here, I want to share this, really also expressing my heart that I really feel the only way we're going to become happy as a community, as a family, and even as a world, is to recognize that we are, family centering on Heavenly Parent and true parents, and truly live by that, not just by words. And it's not an easy thing, because even in the family, we have conflicts. But the reality is, because we're a family, we can't deny each other, and we just accept, and we eventually overcome those conflicts. That's the reality. Even in our yesterday's Hundoke, sorry, I'm mentioning a lot because I was very inspired. We shared here, there was a word saying that actually the family is the family that has the 3 great kingships. It's the only structure, to be honest, that has ability to have 3 kings in one room. Why I'm saying that? Because I know when you're a king, you have, your position, and, no one else can take that. And I recognize that, in many cases, but in the family, there are 3 kings. Who are the 3 kings? The grandparent, right? The parent and the child, representing the king of the future. And they don't fight each other, because reality is, why would the grandparent feel to fight with the child, even though he's going to eventually take over his position, but they value that, they like that, right? So I really felt that the harmony, when we are family, harmony comes because we see that what I achieve, what my benefit is, will definitely benefit, the next generation, or vice versa. Like, it's not something where I lose if I support my family. I don't lose, right? So I feel I want to emphasize how much we do need to do that, not just for this blessing and this program, but in all aspects. And specifically, as we are moving, as we know, the blessing is really something that is actually the key, or what ties our family together. If it doesn't keep growing and working, if our children don't receive it, then really we are losing. And we can't, we can't lose the foundation, and that has been already put so much investment. And that's the reality. If we don't take it on, if our youth, if I don't take on the blessing, my lineage, this lineage will stop continuing in my family, so the connection of our true parents' lineage would eventually stop. So I know we may not think that's possible now, but to be honest, if we don't do it, if we don't keep that tradition, it will happen. And that's where I really believe, if we, myself, I feel like we can't let that happen. And I feel like our fellow siblings, brothers and sisters, we don't want to let that happen. And so how are we going to bring that about? How are we going to solve the challenges? This is the structure that will only help us do so. And this is what I want to emphasize. And I hope that through now the orientation, you'll be able to understand a bit more about the program, but I believe it will help us, not necessarily solve everything, but already the fact that we're working together will start to bring us to solutions that we need to help. So that's what I would like to share. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much to Regional Vice President. We are grateful we received this explanation. It was very clear, actually explaining us the background and also how the structure of this program should work. We know now the responsibility of each one of us and how we can also come to join this program. We are grateful for that. And for this, we should express our heart of gratitude. And I would like to ask everyone once again to give a round of applause to say thank you to Regional Vice President. Thank you very much. So now at this point in time, right, we would like really to now come to the point where we will be receiving explanation about this program, how things will be working, basically. How I can, maybe for instance, let's say, if I would like to join this program, how should I, right? And what is about, what is the program composed of? And this person who will be coming here will be presenting this, really allowing us really to understand deeper and better, because it's something new and definitely we need some orientation around that. But of course, we cannot just invite this person like that without calling upon the Regional BFD Director, Program Richard, at least to say some words around that and be able also to invite, right, the person be presenting about this matter, this program, basically coming from the BFD, right, because the BFD is the main person usually organizing the blessing, and therefore allowing us really to receive orientations. So before inviting the lecturer on the orientation of the program, we would like to invite, first of all, the Regional BFD Director, Reverend Richard Bergray, in order to give us really some words. So let's welcome him with a round of applause.
Bonjour à notre Cheon Eui Won Co-chair. Bonjour à notre président régional. Bonjour à notre vice-présidente et à notre secrétaire général, à tous les directeurs sous-régionaux, à tous les leaders nationaux, à toutes les familles bénies centrales et principalement aussi à nos candidats. En tout cas, c'est une opportunité, une aubaine pour nous de pouvoir être ici et véritablement prendre part aussi à ce programme. Comme vous le savez, notre vrai maire nous a donné un objectif de 1350 candidats au niveau régional sur lesquels nous sommes en train de travailler. Et jusqu'à présent, nos résultats ne sont pas fameux. Le jeudi passé, lors de la réunion BFD, nous avons fait le point. Nous sommes à 63 candidats sur un total de 1350 candidats demandés. Donc, nous sommes très loin et pourtant le temps également nous est imparti. D'ici, normalement, fin du mois de février, nous devons être en train de faire le point final. Et donc, c'est pourquoi nous devons véritablement retrousser nos manches parce que le travail qui nous attend est immense. On a demandé à chaque famille bénie centrale comme stratégie de pouvoir trouver au moins un candidat pour cette bénédiction. Et jusqu'à présent, on n'a pas encore totalement la liste de toutes les familles bénies centrales qui ont travaillé encore à ce niveau. Donc, c'est pourquoi ce résultat doit tous nous concerner, cet objectif. Que nous soyons Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, que nous soyons président régional, directeur BFD, leader national, chacun doit apporter au moins un candidat à cette bénédiction qui arrive. La vice-présidente l'a dit tout à l'heure, c'est une année spéciale, c'est une année importante parce que notre vraie mère va rentrer dans le Cheon Eui Sanctum avec les 8000 candidats standards et l'Afrique devra présenter 1350. Et notre mère le dit, l'Afrique est celle-là même qui aujourd'hui doit guider l'humanité tout entière, doit guider les autres providences. Donc, il est important que nous puissions véritablement atteindre cet objectif, atteindre ces résultats. C'est pourquoi cette année, on a pris le soin de pouvoir noter au fur et à mesure les noms de tous les parents spirituels qui envoient des candidats pour que nous puissions vraiment faire ce décompte-là. Ah, c'est vraiment important. Et comme vous le savez aussi, face à la situation, la vice-présidente a initié ce programme de 40 jours. C'est un programme important, c'est un programme qui pourra permettre également aux parents, aux familles, de pouvoir effectivement trouver leur candidat pour la bénédiction et principalement pour les secondes générations. Parce que les secondes générations sont celles-là même pour qui la providence de Dieu est. Donc, ces secondes générations sont la prunelle des yeux du parent céleste. Nous devons tout mettre en œuvre pour ne pas que ces secondes générations échouent. Elles doivent réussir. Elles doivent réussir parce qu'elles ont à côté d'elles leurs parents qui sont première génération et qui ont déjà tout appris, qui ont tout reçu des vrais parents de l'humanité. Donc, nous devons les encadrer à ce que ces secondes générations réussissent. Donc, ce programme de 40 jours est un programme qui va permettre réellement à tous les parents qui n'ont pas encore matché leurs enfants, qui ont déjà l'âge d'être matchés, d'être bénis, de pouvoir s'y mettre. Si vous êtes parent, que votre enfant n'est pas matché, s'il vous plaît, envoyez votre enfant dans ce matching, dans ce programme de 40 jours. Parfois, les parents font une erreur très grave, disant que leurs enfants doivent d'abord terminer leurs études. Leurs enfants doivent d'abord trouver du travail. Ça, ce sont des erreurs graves que nous sommes en train de commettre. Et si nous continuons sur cette lancée, nous finirons par perdre toutes nos secondes générations. Donc, le plus important, c'est la bénédiction. Il faut d'abord chercher premièrement la bénédiction et le reste nous sera donné par-dessus. C'est ce que nous dit la Bible. Et les vrais parents ne disent pas autre chose. Avant-hier, je donnais un message aux candidats au niveau de la Côte d'Ivoire. Même le dictionnaire Larousse nous dit que la bénédiction, c'est une grâce accordée par Dieu. Donc, si c'est une grâce accordée par Dieu, ça veut dire que nous devons tous venir et recevoir cette grâce. Il ne faut pas nous dérober, parce que tôt ou tard, en tant que seconde génération, en tant que première génération Jacob, nous devons recevoir la bénédiction. Pourquoi remettre à demain ce que nous pouvons faire aujourd'hui? Donc, c'est pourquoi nous voulons vraiment exhorter les parents à pouvoir prendre vraiment toutes leurs responsabilités, à emmener leurs enfants dans ce programme. Nous voulons également aussi exhorter les matching supporters. Nous avons près de 200 matching supporters qui sont sur la liste, mais beaucoup ne sont pas actifs. Donc, s'il vous plaît, en tant que matching supporter, il faut aider, il faut soutenir, il faut pousser. Il y a aussi les candidats eux-mêmes qui doivent comprendre qu'en tant que candidat, vous êtes jeunes, certes, mais vous êtes des jeunes qui devaient être alignés sur les vrais parents de l'humanité, des jeunes qui devront suivre les vrais parents de l'humanité. Notre vraie mère, la dernière fois, disait à propos du papillon monarque, quand il naît quelque part, il parcourt des kilomètres pour suivre les traces de ses parents. Donc, en tant que seconde génération, nous devons suivre les traces de nos parents. Et nos parents ici ne sont pas nos parents biologiques. Vos parents ici, en tant que seconde génération, ce sont les vrais parents de l'humanité. Donc, vous devez les suivre. Vous devez faire ce que les vrais parents vous demandent de faire. Nous sommes là que pour vous encadrer, pour apporter nos conseils, pour que vous puissiez réussir. Donc, s'il vous plaît, vous-même, prenez ce destin en main en tant que seconde génération. Parce qu'à l'âge de, je dis bien que l'âge de la responsabilité providentielle n'est pas 21 ans, n'est pas 18 ans, mais c'est 16 ans. C'est à 16 ans que notre père a reçu la révélation. C'est à 16 ans que notre vraie mère a été matchée et bénie à notre vrai père. À partir de ce moment-là, s'ils avaient échoué, c'était un échec. Mais ils ont réussi parce que c'est l'âge de la responsabilité. C'est pourquoi nos enfants de la seconde génération qui ont déjà l'âge de 17 ans et plus doivent comprendre qu'ils sont maintenant responsables. Ils doivent maintenant suivre ce destin et aller de l'avant. Donc, très chers leaders, chers parents, chers candidats, nous sommes aujourd'hui vraiment à un moment historique important où l'Afrique doit démontrer réellement que notre mère peut compter sur elle et que Chine-Afrique, l'Afrique des Lumières, doit prendre réellement responsabilité pour atteindre ce résultat. Nous sommes au moins 3500 familles bénies centrales au niveau de Chine-Afrique. Mais si chaque famille envoie ne serait-ce qu'un seul candidat, mais nous avons même doublé l'objectif. Si nous sommes une famille bénie centrale, si nous sommes un couple Tchombo, si nous sommes un messie tribal, mais c'est l'heure d'apporter nos résultats. On ne peut pas être Tchombo, porter la robe, se promener fièrement dans la ville, et puis ne même pas apporter un dossier à la bénédiction, ne même pas payer ses $800, et puis se préparer à faire ses bagages pour aller en Corée, pour aller participer à l'inauguration du temple Cheon Eui. Moi, je dis non. Si je n'ai pas un candidat, je ne dois pas me présenter en Corée, parce que ce n'est pas nécessaire, ce n'est pas normal. Je ne peux pas. Qu'est-ce que je vais aller célébrer en Corée? Je vais aller célébrer quoi? Notre vraie mère attend des résultats en Corée. Et moi, je fais mes gros bagages, mes grosses valises, et puis je suis en Corée pour rentrer fièrement dans le temple avec notre vraie mère. Non. Nous devons préparer notre candidat. Et avec notre candidat, nous allons en Corée fièrement. Notre candidat doit être notre passeport pour aller en Corée. Et donc, si nous n'avons pas de candidat, on ne doit pas être en Corée. Donc, chers leaders, chers parents, je ne vais pas m'éterniser sur ça, mais en tout cas, je voudrais aussi profiter de l'occasion pour attirer l'attention vraiment de tous nos leaders, parce qu'en tant que leaders, nous devons être ceux-là aussi qui montrons cet exemple, qui montrons le chemin. C'est ça, ce que dit un leader en anglais. Donc, comme vous le savez aussi, nous avons travaillé dans le département avec un de nos frères, une seconde génération, qui vraiment est très engagé et fait beaucoup pour la Providence. Et dès les premiers jours, il était déjà dans notre staff. Et cette fois, il a été officialisé par notre vice-président et le président régional en tant que coordinateur des jeunes pour la bénédiction. Donc, il s'agit de notre frère Ginson Wantete, qui était dernièrement aussi au Sénégal, en Zambie, pour participer à la formation de 40 jours. Donc, aujourd'hui, officiellement, il est nommé coordinateur de la bénédiction des jeunes. Et à ce titre, il sera chargé de gérer les demandes de matching et de bénédiction pour les enfants bénis et pour les candidats célibataires. Il va gérer également les affaires administratives, les dossiers, les bases de données pour les enfants bénis. Et il sera celui-là même qui va aussi jouer un rôle au second au niveau du directeur régional BFD, et il va nous aider à développer le BFD dans son ensemble. La Providence appartient aux jeunes, il faut former la relève, et c'est ce que la vice-présidente a compris et le président régional a compris, et c'est ce que nous sommes en train de faire. Donc, Ginson Wantete est maintenant notre assistant et il va travailler à nos côtés. Il va aider principalement à la bénédiction des secondes générations. Donc, surtout les parents, si vous avez des soucis en ce qui concerne votre enfant de seconde génération, vous pouvez aussi vous adresser à lui pour qu'il puisse vous aider, vous orienter, pour que nous puissions ensemble faire en sorte que la seconde génération réellement réalisent la volonté du ciel. Parce que c'est à eux la providence aujourd'hui. La providence n'est plus à l'époque de Moïse, ni de Jésus, ni des Israélites, mais c'est les familles bénies centrales. Et plus que jamais, en tant que famille bénie centrale, on doit se réveiller, on doit se lever, on doit dire à notre vraie mère, au milieu de toutes ces bombes qui éclatent, on doit dire à notre vraie mère que l'espoir est là, les familles bénies sont là, et surtout les familles bénies de l'Afrique, sur laquelle vraiment notre vraie mère compte énormément. Donc, très chers leaders, vraiment, je voudrais vous remercier et vous demander que chacun, nous devons nous lever, prendre notre bâton de pèlerin et aider à l'accomplissement de cette providence. Si les leaders peuvent ne serait-ce que donner quelque chose au directeur BFD pour que les directeurs BFD puissent faire aussi ce corps à corps. Voilà, aller famille après famille, demander après les enfants de la seconde génération, demander après des enfants Jacob. Voilà pourquoi il ne va pas. Et parfois, les familles n'ont pas toujours la bonne information. Et quand le directeur BFD est là pour apporter ses conseils, ça décante parfois la situation et ça permet à l'enfant tranquillement de pouvoir joindre le programme. Parce que tous les enfants, sans exception, qui ne sont pas matchés, qui ne sont pas bénis, qui ne sont pas dans un processus, doivent joindre obligatoirement ce programme. Je voudrais vous remercier, que Dieu et les vrais parents vous bénissent. Merci.
Thank you very much to Reverend Bebe for his words, definitely encouraging all the Blessing Tree family to understand the responsibility that we are carrying at this moment, which is very crucial, being able to bring at least one candidate for the blessing. And also mentioning about our new appointed, right, youth couple coordinator on the regional level, part of the BFD, assisting the regional director of BFD on the region. And we are grateful for that. We believe that Heavenly Parents and True Parents are blessing us every time, constantly, in order to make sure that we can fulfill this mission. So, of course, without any further ado, right, he has been already announced, and we know that he is there, he is present, and he will be giving us the orientation on this program. And I would like now to invite on this platform our new appointed lead on the regional level, part of the BFD, Mr. Jinsong Wantete, and his spouse, Mrs. Sunmi Wakasaka Wantete. I hope I'm not really doing wrong on this name. So let's welcome them on this platform with a round of applause.
Yes, thank you so much for the beautiful introduction. First of all, I would like to say good morning to our Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, to our regional president, and to our regional vice president, and also good morning to all training group leaders, parents, and brothers and sisters present here. So we are grateful for this given opportunity to stand before you as a top youth couple representative of the BFD, Blessed Family Department at the regional level, having the responsibility to guide our parents and our brothers and sisters all throughout the period of education in pre-matching, post-matching, up to the moment our brothers and sisters receive the blessing, which is very, very soon. So at this moment, I would like to share my screen, and together we will go through this entitled Three-Generation Family Education and Matching Program. Okay. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen very clear.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe the sound also, I don't know, maybe it's a little bit low.
Oh, it's low. Is it clearer now?
Oh yes, this is better.
Okay, thank you. So yes, so for me, truly, I feel that this is a great innovation for our region, in Africa, that strongly marks our unity as families, united as three generations and working together, all together. So now let's go through the program. So this is a program overview. So we can see and note that the different dates upon which the educational program will flow. Yes, so from January 22 to February 4, which is practically the period we are in, is the mobilization and the registration period. And the first phase of the program will be the dedication period, which go from February 5 to February 25. And then we will have the matching period, which will go from February 26 to March 27. We'll go further in details in a few minutes. The second phase will be the communication and commitment period, which will go from March 8 to March 28. And then the commitment ceremony at the regional level will be held on April 2, 2023. And finally, the third phase will be the period of preparation for the blessing and education of the couples from April 3 to April 23. And then we'll attend the blessing ceremony on May 7. So the venue will be online and on site, and the target are parents and youth of blessing age, more precisely second generation and Jacob. The program outline and timeline. And as previously mentioned, the mobilization period will take only 14 days from 22 of January to February 4. And the announcements of the program are done during that period and also forming the national committees. And then the phase 1, which is the education period, will take 21 days from February 5 to February 25. And the content will be the parent and youth education, the devotion that they will offer and the guidance for BFDs, and as well as having the matching supporters education. The period of matching and devotion will be also done within 10 days. Yes, and this from 26th of February to March 7. And then the announcement of the matching will be done within those special 10 days. After that, that's going to be the phase 2. We will have the period of 21 days communication of the potential match with each other. And yes, and as families from March 8 to 28th of March, it's going to be followed by the commitment ceremony on April 2. And then the last phase will take place in a period of 21 days from April 3 to April 23. The couples will prepare for the blessing as they will be offering Jongsong, and they will receive a couple life education, and the cosmic blessing ceremony will be celebrated on May 7, 2023. Yes, as we know that the mobilization period goes from January 22 to February 4, 2023, the purpose will be to the announcement of the program through memos, videos, social media, one-to-one visitation on the field, and also forming national level follow-up team, including the national leader, BFD, YSD, and youth couples. And the recruitment also of the possible candidates will be done during that period. And the general orientation of the program will be given by sub-region to the nation. And the target participants are everyone in age for the blessing, 17 plus for females, 18 plus for males, and also the parents of the blessing age possible candidates. The organization committee targets are also the sub-regional directors, the national blessing committees, national leader, BFD youth leader, couple included, matching supporters, those who are obviously committed to assist the blessing candidates this period of the blessing. So as I said, the phase 1 is the education period, and the purpose will be to provide education content necessary to prepare parents and candidates for the matching and blessing, to provide a unified education guidance from leadership and matching supporters, to bring all the potential candidates ready to receive the blessing to come together and receive the standard content of education and prepare internally and externally together. To create an attraction to be part of this cosmic blessing 2023, marking our true mother's 80th birthday and the entrance of the Cheon Won Gun. The targets are the parents and children of blessing age that are preparing or ready to prepare to become blessing candidates. This is the matching period. So from February 26 to March 7 will be the special 10 days matching. And the purpose will be for the leadership representing true parents, the Cheon Eui Won Co-chair and regional president, to assist and support the parents in matching their children and support the children to receive the matching. And the target are the youth in age for blessing who are willing to get matched through this process of 3 generational assisted matching. And here goes the timeline. From February 23 to 25 will be given, will be the given time for the candidates to decide and to commit to join the matching. And from February 26 to 28 is the time for leaders to offer Jongsong devotion and to do the matching. And March 1st will be the matching announcement to the parents by the leaders. And from March 2nd to 4th will be devotion of parents and matching. And March 5 will be the matching announcement to children by the parents. From March 5 to 7, it's going to be a 3-day devotion and decision-making by the children. And March 8, the potential matches commit to enter in communication. So this will be the special 10 days devotion within which the matching should be announced. And here is the process of the matching period. So first, before the end of the 21-day period, the registered participants will have a choice to participate in the 3-generation matching process. 2, the Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, regional president and regional vice president will convene for 3 days devotion to make matches of the registered candidates from February 26 to 28. 3, March 1st, the proposed matches will be announced only to the parents, for which they will have 3 days devotion to give, accept, or reject the proposal. 4, should the parents accept the proposed match of their children, they will proceed to announce the match to their children. Should the parents reject the proposal, they will have to return back to the leaders to explain why, and depending on the case, the leaders will provide another proposed match. 5, the 5th of March will be the announcement day of the suggested match to the children. Once the children receive the proposed match from their parents, they will have 3 days to give their acceptance or rejection of the match. And 6, if the children accept, they will enter into a phase 2 communication commitment with the proposed match for 21 days. If the children reject the proposed match, they will need to report back to their parents, and parents can report back to the leaders and get guidance and possibly another match suggestion at the discretion of the leaders. The phase 2 is a communication and commitment ceremony, and its purpose is for potential matches to communicate and offer Jongsong together to make a commitment, to provide guided support and education around pre-matching stage, for parents and leaders to offer Jongsong for potential matches to commit for the blessing. And the target are those youth who have passed phase 1 education and are willing to be part of the matching by the 3-generation structure. And as I already said in the program outlined and timeline, a regional commitment ceremony will be organized at, and the purpose is to hold the regional commitment ceremony for all matched couples and to encourage and support all matched couples and support them as family. And the target are all the matched couples preparing for this upcoming 2023 cosmic blessing. The phase 3 is the blessing preparation and the pre-couple life education. And the purpose also is to prepare for the blessing internally and externally, guide young candidates for better preparation for the blessing. And the couples and parents offer Jongsong for the blessing. And the target are the same, the matched couples and the blessed couples. Yes, and this is the day for which all this huge preparation is extremely necessary, which is the cosmic blessing ceremony on May 7, 2023. So the plan is to celebrate together as a whole region and encourage a gathering in Korea. And for those for different reasons who won't be able to make it to Korea, they will encourage a gathering in a one location per sub-region. And all targets, the targets are all matched couples. Yes, so this is, this slide summarizes everything I have shared with you so far. Maybe I will be using my laser point. So yes, as you can see, the mobilization period goes for 14 days from January 22 to February 4. And that's where I have said that the program should be announced, and where also the registration is ongoing, and the promotion of the program is being done. And from February 5, the phase 1 education starts for 21 days from February 5 to 25. And after which we will have 10 days of matching devotion from February 26 to March 7. And also the matching announcement should be done within that period on March 5. And then from March 8 to 28 will be the phase 2 starting. The phase 2 is the communication period, upon which I have said that the potential match can enter in communication with each other and as families, and the leaders and the parents will be offering Jongsong. And April 2 will be the commitment ceremony. And this period starting from February 5 to April 2nd will be a period of about 56 days education and matching period, and after which the phase 3 can start from April 3rd to April 23. This will be the phase 3, the blessing preparation education, and of course the follow-up education, blessing, and so on. And then we will have the blessing ceremony on May 7. Yes. So this is basically the timeline, the summary of the timeline. And practically also the end of my presentation. Yes, so I have another presentation that I would like to share quickly about the program itself. So if you can allow me to quickly share my screen second time. Okay, This is basically how the program will be ongoing on this month of February. So as we know that we already started this month, today is Wednesday 1st, and this is basically to give the general orientation on the matching program. And then the next day will be the education for matching supporters. And as you can see, first of all, this program is divided in a set of 7 days from Sunday to Saturday and up to all the months of February. And the education is divided into categories for matching supporters, youth couple, and for everyone at the same time, and sometimes parents only, the education for parents only, and the educations for the candidates. Yes. And basically, as we can see it, we will be having an average of 5 times per week, 5 times per week, of course, divided into those categories for parents, for matching supporters, for everyone at the same time, for the youth couples and the candidates. And as we can see also on February 11, because all of this will be online, except for for February 11, which will be a 1-day on-site program. So I believe that this schedule will be shared to the different national committees that they will prepare accordingly. And the time will be about the schedule. I mean, the program a day will be about 2 hours to 4 hours education. So basically, this is what I can share with you about the schedule, and further details will be shared a little bit, I believe, later. Yes. So I hope it was okay, not too fast and very understandable. So this program is meant for the parents and children. So it would be perfect to reach also each and every youth of this blessing age to attend this program for better preparation. This is also why we have national blessing committees to reach out to them and to create a necessary environment. So they should absolutely not be left behind. So this is practically the end of my presentation, and I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much to the couple, Wantete, for this presentation, allowing us really to have an overview of this program, the purpose, the reason why we're engaging ourselves, how things will be working, and even the schedule. So we are grateful for that. We believe that we could really sink in at least something. If you maybe couldn't understand everything, it's also still fine, because we'll be definitely sharing more details with you on paper, right, on files, where you can yourself take the time to read and understand basically how things will happen. So once again, let's give a round of applause to the Wantete couple for this presentation. Okay. So because of time, we were imagining that maybe because of the different sharings, right, maybe we might be running out of time. So therefore, we prepared in advance, right, based on the previous session that we had, right, and also trying to send messages to different leaders in order to have their questions. And therefore, we prepared questions in advance, and we believe those questions are things that maybe concerns everyone. People would like really to know about them regarding the program. And of course, if you have other questions, we will not have an open mic Q&A session at this moment, but you can send your question in the chat, right? And of course, we'll be taking them in account and seeing, due to time, if we'll be able to answer to those questions directly or maybe later on. So I will just go or usher into the different we were just going through the questions that we have already, and I'll be reading the first question, and of course the committee on the regional level will be answering to that. So the first question that we have is, the person says, my question is linked to the upstream preparation for the blessing. Will the participant be preparing the prerequisites, right, for the blessing during the period of 21 days? Or unless we go on the basis of thinking that they already done the prerequisites. So are we going to give them time to prepare during this period when they'll be joining the program, or do we think that they do prepare in advance before joining the program? So this is the first question, and therefore we would like to open the floor for any possible answer.
Yes, good morning again. So I will give an answer to this question. So the desire is that the first 21 days, which is the education period, is actually going to be open to all candidates, all youth of blessing age, all second generation and Jacob children youth of blessing age, and with their parents. But within that period, for those who want to commit to the matching and process that we want to offer in phase 2, the 3-generational assisted matching, then they need to fulfill their documents and also their requirements for the blessing. So we'll be emphasizing that in the sessions of the 21 days. Those who want to commit to the blessing for this year and the matching, they should fulfill all the documents necessary, as well as the medical tests. So we'll be assigning matching supporters to each person who's part of this program, and they will be guiding the candidates or potential candidates through, make sure everything is done. Basically, 3 days before the end of the 21 days, people should commit, really, if they're part of this matching process. Otherwise, yeah, they cannot be involved in the second phase of the program. So that's my answer.
Okay, thank you very much. I believe right people understood, and we will be going to the next question. So the next question that we have on our board is it possible to have more details around the education to be provided to the different people who will be joining this program? Are we going to have online or offline education, or each one of our nations will be taking the education in charge? So is the education given according to category of people? How, when, and at what time will be the education held? So the floor is open once again, right, in order to have an answer. So we'd like to hand out the microphone to Regional Vice President, or maybe to Jin Song. Okay, yes.
Okay, yeah, the education will be taken care of by the region. It will surely be online and at the same time on site. And each nation will have to prepare also the on-site venue where the members can gather and follow from. So the education will be given according to the categories. First categories is for everyone, as I mentioned during the presentation. The second is for parents, and the third will be also for candidates only. So also more information regarding the time given exactly we'll be sharing that later. So this is what I can answer to this question.
Okay, thank you very much to Mr. Jin Song for this answer. I think also satisfaction is met on this matter. So it's very clear how things will be proceeding afterwards. So then we go for the third question that we have on the board. And this question is very clear, and would like really to know, is this matching process a Cheon Eui Won matching? Is it a PMC, or is it both together, right? So yes, the floor is open.
Yes, I'll be answering this question. Thank you very much. Yes, this question I felt would be a question that would come up. Yeah, as I shared, really the desire is that we bring the matching and blessing to the children. And all the matching processes, the PMC is where the parents involved in choosing the match through the online program that we offer. And then also it's the Cheon Eui Won matching. It's where the representative parents, right, our leadership representing true parents, especially our Cheon Eui Won Co-chair regional president, appointed by our true parents to represent them in the region. They are the ones, the Cheon Eui Won matching is in the way where they are the ones to match the children. And so these are the two processes that have been offered within our region. But what this three-generational assisted matching is actually not both. It's not either. It's a new process to assist and support in both areas. What does that mean? It's to assist the parents in achieving the match for their children. The desire is really that we, as three generations, come together to support this matching for our children. So the three-generation structure is there to support the parents. They'll be making the matching suggestion, but the parents also need to make a decision and take responsibility for that matching suggestion. If they do so after devotion and communication with each other and the matching potential parents, then they can then announce to the children. And then the children also have a period to also make a decision to the match. So the desire is to support the matching of the parents to the children. This is the three-generation assisted matching program.
Thank you very much to Regional Vice President. I think this was very clear, right? And then I think we'll be taking the last question due to time. And the last question is a kind of a case, right? So the question is like, in the case of the potential candidate in an irregular situation, are they eligible to join this program or this coming blessing? How do we manage the case? And I believe the case that I've been giving the last time, or the person really gave as an example, is we have a young lady, second generation, who got married outside, right? And then the spouse of this, let's say the current spouse of this lady, right, did a 7 days workshop and now would like to join, right, the cosmic blessing ceremony in order to receive the blessing. So in such case, for instance, what do we do? Do we allow those people to join the blessing? How do we manage that? How do we take care of them? So the floor is open.
Okay, yes, I will also answer this question, and I think maybe our leaders, Cheon Eui Won or regional president also may want to give their feedback. But in regards to what we are doing, the program, the first phase is really for everyone. It's an education and guidance and support phase. So it's open for everyone. We're not, it's everyone, actually the way for the blessing is for everyone. And now the process and how to get to that, you know, each situation may have some steps that may have to be done differently, but the blessing is for everyone, and we cannot, and we want to really emphasize this really this time. In fact, one thing we're going to offer this time is a consultation session, a one-on-one consultation session for any, because, you know, in this case, we're not targeting, we're just generalizing and giving a content, but everyone has a specific, you know, case that they may want to talk about or understand better or understand the process better. So we're going to have an online consultation session with our three-generational leadership structure, and they will be able to apply to have that consultation with them and have one-on-one sharing and really openly share with people that they would like to open up to. So this will allow for also more guidance on the processes that they can do. But the blessing, the first phase is going to be for everyone, regardless of any kind of situation you may be in. But I'll check also if the regional president or Cheon Eui Won Kamara also have any comment on this, as it involves also their comment or input if they have.
OK. Je pense que j'avais répondu à cette question alors que j'étais à Nairobi, lorsque nous avions eu cette première réunion, les réunions avec les responsables. Nous ne devons pas rendre la bénédiction péjorative, c'est-à-dire quelqu'un, un enfant qui est allé se marier en dehors, et il va faire un séminaire de 7 jours et pour joindre la bénédiction. Ce n'est pas correct. Et ça ne peut pas se faire comme ça. Ce n'est pas le 7 jours qui va résoudre tout un problème de lignage qui est déjà gâché. Donc, pour les cas spécifiques de ceux qui se seraient mariés ailleurs ou ceux qui ont fait quoi que ce soit, c'est pourquoi il y a la consultation. Nous allons essayer de mettre les gens dans les cas et trouver des solutions selon les cas. Ce n'est pas qu'il doit rejoindre. Vous savez déjà que quand il y a eu impureté, il faut attendre la grâce de la vraie mère. Mais quand cela ne tienne, pour les cas des gens qui ont déjà un autre mariage ailleurs, et que de ce mariage même devenir des enfants, le fait même de vivre avec quelqu'un qui n'est ni un enfant Jacob, ni un membre de l'Église, quelqu'un qui sait, ils se sont unis parce que celui-ci voulait un mari, l'autre voulait une femme. Ça n'a rien à voir avec la bénédiction. Hein? Ce n'est pas un séminaire de 7 jours qui va résoudre un problème comme ça pour venir à la bénédiction, non. Il faut qu'ils participent à ce programme d'éducation, qu'ils comprennent la valeur de la bénédiction. Et nous allons traiter le cas spécifique, nous allons traiter les cas selon la personne, selon les conditions. Et il ne faut pas donner de l'espoir à cette personne, voilà, il a son partenaire, il a fait un séminaire de 7 jours, à la prochaine bénédiction, bon, allez, non, non, ça ne va pas se faire comme ça. Ça ne va pas se faire comme ça. Il y a un processus de purification qui doit être entamé. Et ça, nous avons dit l'autre fois que nous aurons convoqué et les parents, les enfants qui sont dans cette situation pour traiter leur cas selon les orientations que nous allons recevoir de la hiérarchie. Donc, un séminaire de 7 jours ne peut pas permettre à un enfant béni qui s'est marié ailleurs d'aller à la bénédiction. Parce que même après ce séminaire de 7 jours-là, ce monsieur-là qui est venu la prendre comme même une femme, ce n'est pas après 7 jours qu'il va comprendre la tradition des vrais parents, qu'il va aller dans toutes les comprendre la valeur de cet enfant béni qu'il a eu, ou bien que l'enfant béni lui-même comprenne ce qu'il a fait pour retrouver sa valeur d'abord, m'excuse, pour accomplir certaines conditions qui sont exigées. En fait, sinon, nous ouvrons la porte à tant d'impuretés en ce qui concerne la bénédiction. Si nous faisons ce programme d'éducation, tout ça, c'est pour éviter ça. Voilà ce que je peux dire à propos de la question. Merci.
Thank you very much to our Regional President. We can see wisdom here, allowing us really to understand better special cases. And as we mentioned, consultation will be open online, right? So therefore, when this time will come, a link will be sent out. All those will be joining the first phase of this program for them really to have access, really to register in order to choose a consultant with whom they would like to talk about their specific case. So once again, thank you very much to the Regional President and also Regional Vice President. So in a general scale, we would like to say thank you to all those who asked those questions and also those who also gave an answer. Let's give a round of applause for this Q&A session at this moment. Okay, so now after the Q&A session, after understanding basically, right, how the program will be held and the dates, the schedule and everything, now's the time for us really to know the next step. And for that, we would like to invite our Regional Vice President on this platform for her really to explain us what are we going to do after this and also give some announcements if there is. So let's invite her right on this platform with a round of applause.
Okay, yes, thank you very much. And thank you everyone for being still with us in this program. I hope we are also clarifying a lot of the things that are left unresolved. Just to give you briefly what we are doing, of course, what we are here, what we're doing with the orientation is giving you the background and detail of the program, as well as the roles and responsibilities of the committee members. We also require and share that the committee members really need to be now the ones to list up all the possible candidates and track the progress, hold visitations together with forming committees on the nation, hold on-site gathering also for orientation, because we recognize not everyone is possibly here, and understanding also the issues and challenges we have with Zoom in some cases. We want to also make sure we record and report at the attendance, because this time we want everyone to really follow the education track together. If people are missing from that process and are not able to hear the recording, then we have to also accept that they weren't able to fully complete the program. And then we also want to encourage registration, everyone to register. The link can be sent on the chat, and it will also be sent through your committee members, national leaders, BFD, and youth leaders. And also we want to make sure that everyone who is here can register themselves, because to enter the program, you need to register. We want to be able to track our education progress as well. We'll be giving orientation PowerPoints to the committee, registration methods, and also a template for tracking candidates and some promotional material, which we are working on. In terms of announcement, today actually marks the general orientation for all blessed family. We will also be doing an orientation to all youth leaders and youth couples who are part of the committee. This will be on the 4th of February at 4 p.m. GMT, but we will announce clearly with a memo later on today. And also on Saturday, 4th of February will be the deadline for the registration, as the program officially will start from the 5th of February, which is going to be the opening program. And then Thursday, 9th of February will be the online consultation day for youth. We'll be doing this every Thursday. So from next Thursday, every Thursday, you will be able to have a consultation with one of our leadership. We'll be sending the registration for that also in the chat or through the national committee. We also hope that we have the national committee can hold in some on-site level orientation, knowing that not everyone was here. So everyone, if the blessed committees, they can hold a national level committee orientation also would be very good in this period. We want also the Africa Headquarter Committee to hold a mobilization and orientation for matching supporters and BFD. Matching supporters and BFD really stand in the position to support and make sure the blessing and all the requirements are there and the education is given. So we want to also harmonize that as a region, and we'll be doing orientation for them this coming week as well, centering on the BFD office. And then we also request and require or encourage visitation on the ground. We have to reach out to everyone. This time, it's not a matter of just leaving people out because they're not maybe ready or they don't have the chance to do the blessing now, but just meeting them and recognizing and kind of connecting a artistic relationship with them so that we can really start the process. The first process is just actually talking and relating and coming together and trying to find out what things they need to really support them. In terms of some points that may need to be clarified, if people miss the deadline, what if I miss the deadline for registration? Well, for the first phase of education, you can still join if you are prepared to watch the recordings. We still want everyone to register, but if you miss for the 4th of February and you wanted to join after that, you can still join, you can register, but you have to take note of the recordings and make sure you complete watching the recordings. We'll be also recording that. Because we want to open the first phase for everyone and know that maybe some people are not able to hear and know when to register. But let's really try and register everyone by the 4th of February, which is this coming Saturday. What are the qualifications to join? Basically, it's centered on second generation and Jacob children of blessing age and also of parents of blessed children of blessing age. So the qualifications to enter is really to be able to be, in this criteria, but also to join together with your parent or your child of blessing age. This is a family matter, not just a one-side thing. If your child is not able to join, then the parent can still join, but we really want to understand why and allow the child also to take note of the education. But in this case, the parent and child cannot enter into the second phase, which is the matching phase. So this is also to take note that it cannot be people really need to join together with the parent and the child or child and parent. If the parent cannot join, also a parent representative is also possible to stand to support the child. What are the qualifications to join the matching through this process? So for the second phase, which is the matching and communication phase, you can only join if both parents or parents representatives and children of blessing age complete all the required education of phase 1. So in the case of phase 2, it's not something we can offer to everyone. If you didn't complete the phase 1 education, I'm sorry to say, we will not accept you to enter the matching process in this time. So really, we emphasize the necessity to join together. That's part of our responsibility. We can't just wake up and say, okay, I want to join the matching now, but didn't go through the phases that were put in place to allow for that. So that's something we want to also emphasize. And what if parents reject the suggested match of the leaders, or the children reject the parents' match? The desire at this time, or any time, of course, is the responsibility of parents and children are both important for the success of the matching and blessing. So we'll be sharing more about that during the education session. But looking at it in this way, then by case, we will check and determine if there is time and also ability to match again during this period. So we want to really allow that we can match everyone, and really everyone can go through that, take responsibility also for the match in this period. And I got a note to also emphasize that perhaps by me sharing that there's the 3-generation assisted matching, does that mean the Cheon Eui Won matching doesn't occur, or the PMC doesn't occur? The reality is all of these are all processes to help the parents and to help the children receive the matching. So this is a process. Everything is everything has a, PMC also is still there. It's still relevant. When we hold PMC, it's to allow for parents to match their children. When we hold this, the Cheon Eui Won matching is still available with that desire for making that commitment and allowing the leaders to take on the position of parents to match the children. In the case of this, it's a new process to support the parents to match their children. So I hope that can clarify that nothing is cancelled. It's just an added program to support and specifically to guide each other through the education and also the matching, and even really join together as family for the matching and blessing of the children. So that's what I would like to share to announce the next step. And I really hope everyone can be encouraged to join. And I look forward to actually starting. Maybe we may think it's late for this coming blessing, perhaps, right? But for me, this is not just for now. It's for this is a starting process to all of the upcoming blessings, how we work together as a family to really move forward every moment for the blessing. It's not just for now, and even right after the blessing, to be honest, we're not here to stop the mobilization. Mobilization should begin actually from the beginning of the year and go all the way until the next year blessing. So this is our desire this time. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much to our Regional Vice President for those announcements, and also the next step. I think is very clear, right? Now we know how to join. The link is shared on the chat, so we hope that everyone can really join by registering themselves. Actually, I just want to mention that we have been changing the schedule already. So those who previously registered, right, please register once again, because this will allow you really to be connected to the system that we have correctly in order for us to make the proper follow-up. So thank you very much. Yes. So for that, I think we should give a round of applause to our Regional Vice President for this. Let's give her a round of applause, saying thank you, actually. Thank you. So now, as you can see, we are gradually going to the end of our program of this morning. And for that, the first person we'd like to invite is Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, in order for us to receive some closing greetings, right? Words of encouragement and also wisdom. So let's invite him also with a warm round of applause.
Okay, thank you. I just, as you mentioned it, the program director is just to thank you and congratulate Regional President, Vice President, all of you for organizing this. It's an absolutely great opportunity for us to realize our dream, parent dream. So I will just stop here. I'm just delighted, and I got encouraged, and I feel energy. I have a lot of energy now, hoping that we will make it successful to make true parents really, really proud. So thank you, and see you for the next time. God bless all of you.
Adieu. Thank you very much to Cheon Eui Won Co-chair for those words. I believe this is also very encouraging for us. If our grandparents are full of energy, well, we the young people, we should be more and more dynamic on the field. So we are grateful to hear that, and therefore it's also a booster for us. Thank you very much. So now we would like also to invite on the platform the Regional President, Reverend Jean-Pierre Kadima, for the closing remarks as the parent representative. So let's welcome him with a round of applause.
Merci, M. Soloba et notre MC de ce matin, de m'accorder encore la parole. En conclusion, aujourd'hui, j'ai joint par téléphone depuis la nuit, on n'a pas des difficultés ici, mais quand même, on a tenu bon jusqu'à la fin. Je rends gloire aux parents célestes. Dans le principe, dans ma petite compréhension, la plus grande souffrance des dieux est venue quand il y a eu transfert des responsabilités. Dieu se retrouve devant un fait accompli. Il pose la question à Adam. Adam transfère la responsabilité à Ève, Ève à l'archange et tout est accompli. L'histoire sade de l'humanité a commencé par là. Aujourd'hui, pour la bénédiction des enfants, pour les problèmes que nous traversons, souvent, il y a toujours ce transfert de responsabilités. Les responsables transfèrent les responsabilités aux parents, les parents aux responsables, les enfants aux parents et vice-versa. Même les condamnations parfois, même les critiques parfois, l'Église ne fait rien, les leaders ne font rien, les parents ne font rien. Alors, qui doit faire quoi? Qui ne fait pas quoi? Voilà pourquoi nous avons pensé que nous devons nous mettre ensemble, chacun jouant sa partition, pour que demain, que personne ne dise qu'il n'a pas été informé, qu'elle n'a pas été invité, qu'elle n'a pas été sollicité, qu'elle n'a pas été suppliée à prendre part à cette grande responsabilité pour qu'enfin, tous ensemble, 3 générations travaillent ensemble pour cette harmonie. Notre mère nous a toujours invités à le faire. Pardonner, aimer et unir. Et nous chantons tout le temps. Tous nos espoirs sont pour l'unité. Même nos rêves sont pour l'unité. Nous déclarons même que nous donnerons nos vies pour l'unité. Alors, si nous pouvons refléter cette chanson, tous nos espoirs sont pour l'unité, pour la bénédiction de nos enfants. Nos rêves sont pour la bénédiction de nos enfants. Nous allons donner nos vies pour la bénédiction de nos enfants. Et enfin, la bénédiction va être une grande réussite. Donc, ce n'est plus le moment de rejeter la responsabilité de qui envers qui. C'est la responsabilité de tout un chacun pour qu'ensemble, nous puissions donner le résultat escompté et gagner la victoire. C'est dans l'ensemble que nous avons. Alors, demain, que personne n'accuse personne, que personne ne rejette sa responsabilité à personne. Pourquoi nous avons amené tout le monde dans le champ de bataille pour que nous puissions concrétiser la victoire qui est déjà certaine. Parce que la responsabilité de pouvoir concrétiser cette victoire incombe à tout un chacun de nous. Voilà, c'est en ce mot que j'invite toutes les familles à prendre part à ce programme et à vraiment s'y donner, car il y va de notre offrande, de l'avenir d'une Afrique brillante que nous voulons construire, que nous voulons de tous nos voeux. Merci, que l'amour du Parent Céleste, ses bénédictions et sa grâce échouent chaque famille bénie centrale de Chine Afrique. Adieu.
Adieu. Thank you very much, Regional President. I think this is very clear. We are all called to join. Really, let's seize this opportunity, really, as a Regional President inside it, and I hope that we can really let's really find a way, the time, right, in order to make sure that our offering also is proper to Heavenly Parents and True Parents. Once again, let's give really a round of applause to the 3 generations represented here, right? Let's say really thank you to them for the time, the moment, investment, making sure that we, as a region, we can really bring a good offering to Heavenly Parents. Thank you. So now, at this moment, it's the time for us to offer all what we said during this meeting to Heavenly Parents and True Parents. And for that, we would like to invite on this platform the Sub-Regional Director of the Eastern Sub-Region, Reverend Emmanuel Tanui, in order to offer the closing prayer.
Thank you so much, MC, regional leaders guided by the joint one chairs together with the regional president. Let's all join together in offering this report to heaven. Our dear eternal heavenly parent, our victorious true parents of heaven and earth, today, this morning, we have gathered here and 3 levels of family to be able to share and to inspire, especially in this preparation for this most precious and most important event that is coming. We are aware, Heavenly Parents, that as from the beginning, you showered your blessings upon your children, and you had expectation that the kingdom of heaven should be established based on the family, and that the culture of living in happiness and living for the sake of others. As this day and this time, we have been given this opportunity to stand on that foundation that was laid through the path of blood, sweat, and tears by our true parents, in order to be able to have our families, our children, be able to attend the blessing. We know that we have all the limitations, but on that foundation that we are standing on, we seek to be able to connect in heart and in spirit and mind with our true parents, so that we can be able to provide the necessary support in all levels. Today, we have shared on the strategies, and we invite your spirit and your wisdom to be able to enhance all this, as we know it is now the time for the responsibility of the family to re-establish again your will and your desire as you envisioned in the beginning. We have meeting this through the family and the 3 strategies and 3 levels of the grandparents and parents and children, which was the fountain of your love and you had envisioned in the beginning. We therefore invite your wisdom, your guidance, even as we continue to lay strategies, and also encourage those who wish to be able to support in all 3 levels, that we can be able to bring victory and offer it as an offering to our true parents in heaven. We therefore know that even with the limited time available, we can still be able to go beyond our limitations if we can understand and be able to move heaven through our guidance and orientation from our true mother, and through the leaders that has already invested a lot of time and a lot of energy trying to tap from your inspiration, so that we can be able to emerge victorious in this. We pray for all the children that we look forward for them to be able to feel your presence and to see the victories, that we can be able to join together with our true mother in celebrating and proclaiming victory of this blessing in the coming month of May. We therefore, over all this, as we continue to reflect on it, enhance our wisdom and understanding, so that as we share and also as we draw operate all these strategies, we can truly be able to feel the presence of your love as a family, and that we can all be able to take up responsibility. We thank you, and we pray and invite you for the subsequent meetings that we'll be having, so that you may be the source of inspiration and guidance. We want to offer all this report on behalf of all the leaders, all the brothers and sisters and the families gathered today, reporting in my name, Manuel Alpina of the Tanui Central Place family. Adieu.
Thank you very much to Reverend Tanui for this report to heaven, offering all what we did this morning. So now it's time for us to give our closing greetings to heavenly parents and true parents. If you're in the setting of a church, I'd like to ask you to rise. Of course, if you are seated as I am, and at this moment, right, you can still be seated. in order to give your greetings to Heavenly Parents and true parents. So, 전지인 참 부모님께 경배. 바로 let's really express our heart of sincerity, of gratitude, really to Heavenly Parents and true parents by a round of applause. Thank you very much, really to everyone. Thank you to our Cheon Eui Won Co-chair, from Bakary Kamara to original president, and Jean-Pierre Cardinal, original vice president. Right, this is Mika Malamant, headquarters staff, to the sub-regional directors, national leaders, all department directors, Blessed Central family, brothers and sisters. We were really grateful to have you this morning. Actually, I believe we had a good time together. This was a preparation, the first step for us really to give a good offering to Heavenly Parents and true parents for this coming up blessing. And we hope that we can all commit ourselves accordingly. Once again, in the chat, the link is sent. Please feel free to register. We'll be glad to have you really join this program. And we hope that we can also make sure that everything can happen well together as a family. Thank you very much. We wish you a wonderful day. Thank you so much for your participation and see you soon. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Good morning. Secretary but there is a last announcement the regional vice president sent to you.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I see. So there's a last announcement. I hope that everyone is not gone already. Okay, it's an announcement concerning Chombo, I believe, yes, and it's about the Great Works announcement. It's a reminder. So the Great Works commemorating True Parents' birthday will be held on Saturday, 4th February 2023. All members who registered by paying $1 are invited to gather in their churches at 6:30 a.m. GMT. 6:30 a.m. GMT. Please take in account that the registration is over. No more registration will be accepted. And this has been given by Reverend Aonjo Eugene, the HJ Chambo, a branch of Africa lecturer. So I'll be reading it once again. This is about the Great Works announcement reminder. The Great Works commemorating True Parents' birthday will be held Saturday, 4th February 2023. All members who registered by paying $1 are invited to gather in the churches in their churches at 6:30 a.m. GMT. I believe that's when the program will be starting. So please take in account that the registration is over. We are not receiving registration anymore. It's finished, right? And this is announced by Reverend Aounjo Eugene, the HJ Chombo branch of Africa lecturer. Thank you very much. I believe this was the last announcement given to everyone. I hope that you did receive it. Thank you, and we wish you a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bonjour la grande famille. Bonjour.